Hey, this video is gonna be a state of play for Warhammer 40k. Roll intro. Roll intro. What a state of play is for me, it's basically how the game is right now. Is it good? Is it bad? How unbalanced it is? Should you play it? Should you start playing it? What does it look like? How is it? That's basically all that a state of play is. So, without further ado, quick disclaimer: this is my personal opinion. Don't take this as what you think it is. It's really, I'm not that good at it. Also, only 1% of y'all guys are subscribed, so if you like this content and you're even 2 minutes within this video, you should probably subscribe, because that means you'll probably like this content. Okay, now for the actual state of the game. I'd say it's doing pretty decently right now. It's not doing the best. Things like the Titans the Knights and Eldari are doing pretty well. I haven't played against Eldari yet because they're doing so well, people are probably scared to bring them if they've got them as a faction, because then people will not like them as much. So, not many people are bringing them. But overall, I think it's doing pretty well. I've got one of the worst off factions. I play Tau, and they're in the kind of bad section of most tier lists, which there's a lot of reasons for that. Most of the indexes right now are built to where you can only play one way. Tau will have to take a lot of heavy anti-tank, and that's how it'll be. But there's a bit of freedom with that. I think all the factions right now, you don't get to play them the way you used to be because they're now stuck to one thing. So me with Farsight and playing Mongta is not gonna work. I need to keep Farsight in Deep Strike. So a lot of armies are forced to play in a specific way. So if that doesn't get fixed, which it probably maybe will be by points costing and everything, like squats can't play at all because all of their units are costed like elites, and their faction ability is them dying. So it's going to be hard for specific units to do well, for people to play the specific ways they want to. Let's see, what's another example of this? Yeah, orcs, they basically have to play kill, kill, kill. If they don't get turn 1 movement, I mean, if they don't get first turn, they're basically half their board is dead, and they've got a very hard time getting it back. So, orcs aren't doing the best. What else? Yeah, because they gotta play Goth. So, with you only getting one of your factions, the armies are significantly less variable, and you basically have to play one thing, which is sad. Does that mean you shouldn't play? I don't know. If you enjoy playing the game, if you've got, well, any army and you enjoy playing the game, I'd suggest going out there playing. If you get crushed super badly, maybe some guy will pay for a soda if you're lucky. That happened to me. But it doesn't feel unfair yet. Well, my faction, Tau, felt unfair against guard players, because I could just get my Hammerhead and choose one of his Lehman Russes, and it was gone. That's it. So that felt a bit cheaty. You just put your Hammerhead and Broadside into a Lehman Russ, and it's gone. But when I play something like Knights, they crushed me. I was not board wiped, not nearly. I didn't play that well. I didn't play onto objectives and force them to take them. But the Knights are super fast. They wreck shop in melee. They wreck shop in ranged. They're good at everything, and they're only costed like they're not costed that expensively. I say that, but like a knight, there are like 4 knight 2,000 point armies, which is kind of crazy. But they're not costed that expensively. I think we played a 1.2k game, and he had an armiger. No, I wouldn't even remember. He had 2 big ones. One was a big punchy, one was a big shooty, and 2 of the tiny ones, which had miltas and swords. I don't know. He wrecked shop. They could really get around. But some of the less generous factions, it doesn't feel unfair. It just feels like you've got the low ground. Should you play the game? Yes, you should. You should obviously play the game. The game's fun. If you enjoy playing the game, if you enjoy rolling dice, you'll definitely get to do that. And with every faction, there is a way to play it to where you'll win. It's just kind of restricted for some factions, except for maybe what's it called? The dwarves. The dwarves are having a hard time. So are Drukhari, I've heard. But from what I've played, which is Space Marines, Knights, Imperial Guard, and Demons, I don't know, it feels pretty fine. Feels like you're playing 40k, which it's up to you. But I'd say if you haven't played a game and you've looked at all the rules, you should definitely go down to your local game store. Maybe buy something while you're there. Support your local game stores. Maybe you don't spend like $100 getting a Leviathan box set, but support your local game store. You should do it. Go down. Get money. $5. Buy a Dungeons and Dragons miniature. Paint it. Post it on your local game store's Discord. Stuff like that. Alright, outro. For the background, that's walking around Adepticon. I wasn't in Adepticon, so if I go to that was recorded by Nerd and Wolf's Clothing. I'll link that video in the description if you want to see it. I just needed some background stuff, and I thought Adepticon would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna be able to go to Adepticon anytime soon, but I might be. Remember to subscribe if you're at this point in this video, because this is the end. And if you've watched to the end, then you should probably subscribe, or click off of YouTube, because you shouldn't be wasting your time like this. Alright, other than that, thanks for watching. See ya later. Also, I won't be able to post for the next 2 weeks, so if you're a subscriber, take with that what you will.